Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is Yukitsu Times. Welcome to my channel, welcome to Total War Attila. So, we're continuing along here, and we're hopefully going to be able to do something. I'm not really 100% sure what. But we are trying to get to the point where we can push back the Huns in a more permanent sort of way. Let's get this guy up here. But yeah, like, we got our troops spread around and concentrated in various different places. Like, I'm hoping that this place will be able to hold out if the Huns attack, because I don't think these are the only stacks that are near here, but we might lose Petrodava, which would be a shame because I'll have to reclaim it then, which is a real pain. Hoping that this reinforcing army is in a good spot. I might actually want to move into the left of this building here because if I'm on the west side, I should be pushed westward, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Although being pushed directly into the dense terrain is actually really, really good because it makes it almost impossible for the Huns to pursue. We don't have very many reinforcing stacks down here either, and it'll be even harder to reinforce in winter, so we do have to worry a little bit about that. I can't bring this army from Sopiani up here because there's happiness problems in Pannonia, but this is probably the best formation that we can get our troops in. Kind of want to bring an army down around here just in case these guys start breaking through or whatever. I did actually declare war, peace with the Alans or whatever, but was I at war with them? I can't remember if those were the guys that I was at war with, but I think I declared peace on somebody. Oh yeah, I am bringing this fleet down here. So I'm also recruiting a bunch of archers because they're really, really good, but it does mean I'm not going to be moving forward as quickly as possible to the Constantinople region. I think these guys are more busy fighting the East Romans, but it's about all that we can really do at this point in time. Dacians are still getting destroyed by their own incompetence, but that's fine. I think it's because they can't get food there.
You are honorable, worthy, and strong, and only fools would not wish to be friends with you.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I might be able to puppet them, like defensive alliances and then strategic alliances of various different sorts makes it easier and easier to become actual allies and then to become force them into a client state status. The other thing I could do, of course, is just attack them and force them to become a client state, but, you know, that's usually not the best idea. You could also just offer them tons of money. Alright, Huns, what are you guys up to? Sticking around Olbia, near my borders, but not quite in them. Looks like they went to stealth around there somewhere. East Romans, I mean, it's kind of awkward because I don't even think I actually have to kill Attila, which is kind of weird, but I think that is the way it is. I might be able to kill him with an agent, though, as well, after defeating him in battle, so we still want to keep an eye out for him. He's not, like, he hasn't spawned yet. Like, I wish his Doom stacks were more toned down until he spawned, and once he spawned, that's when it really just ramped up. But no, they've got this sort of weird system where he starts off right off the bat with a ridiculously powerful army, and you know, he's been pushing everything in, even though, you know, they haven't had his leadership, so I don't really know where this power comes from. Okay, so I don't think anything was in my borders, so I should have fully replenished troops, but maybe I don't. The Orions have been destroyed. Okay, new birth, no undead. Okay, good. So these guys here, they are outdoors, so we are going to want to fortify stance them. These guys recovering pretty quickly, but I could get them to recover a little faster by getting rid of this onager or something like that. These onagers are pretty pointless at this point in time, so I could do that and then I could recruit a unit and that would improve our stance. So do I want to keep this though? It's not going to be too useful out east here. You know what, we'll keep it. I don't have much faith in it, but we'll keep it. I don't think that the extra reinforcement is going to really help us that much, honestly, because these are pretty close to full. These guys, I kind of want to just force march them back to Sopiani or something like that, or to Sirmium. I don't even have to force march, I can just march them back. So they're going to take a bunch of losses to attrition, but these units being, like, halved doesn't matter because it's going to take me a long time to re-recruit the units that I need. So we can also go ahead and upgrade this unit. Because, like, look, we have to take all this time to recruit these guys anyway. We also need another crossbow unit. Crap, that's going to be a bad thing to have to re-recruit. So yeah, this helps, like, the fact that I've got that set up that way. We've only got 10 happiness here, so we added 5 from them being there, but we don't need to move our garrisons there at all. These guys are actually in a good position, and they're in fortified stance, so they're not taking attrition. Yeah, so that's all pretty good. So let's go over our buildings again. I'm going to want to bring more reinforcing troops over to here, this region, because the Hun stacks are just rampant in this area. I could also send out a champion. Like, I don't necessarily need to keep training these guys, but
Ready for orders.
like, we got a bunch of silver chevrons. I kind of want to have gold chevrons,
Ready for
so
battle.
we'll continue training. Alright. So now on to boring administrative crap. Okay, so still doing well in Africa. It's going to be pretty important next season for me to upgrade farms wherever I can. Like, we've only got 20 food surplus. How much are we going to drop here, I wonder? So we're going to drop 5 from there, and we're going to drop 10 from there. So we're going to drop 15. We'll be at plus 5. We're already upgrading a fishing wharf. So this place is fine on happiness and food. The fishing wharf's going to drop our happiness by 2, so... I also did want to upgrade this to the Tabernae, which drops our public order by like 3, I think. By 4, ooh. So we do actually need to increase the public order here somehow, but nothing really can do that right now. Yeah, the upgrade to the Latin Cathedral is really expensive. We'll need to open up a new slot, I think, before we can really fix that problem. Aquitania up here. So also sort of plus 5. Got fully upgraded Latin Sanctuary even, and it's still not that great. 45 food, though. They'll drop by 20. 25, actually. So they'll still be okay. Baetica. They've got 25 food, but this doesn't drop in fertility, so that doesn't matter. We'll just drop from that, so it's a 15 drop. That's nothing too bad. Okay, good. Belgica, they're still having problems. They're going to drop by quite a bit here, I believe. Yeah, this place is going to drop by 30, so they'll drop down to 10. So that means I can't upgrade my Municipium. But I could upgrade my Colonia, and that would increase it by 1. But the question is, like, is my religion changing here? Because if it is, I might not need to worry about that. Because if we get our religious differences down to -1, that would be enough. So this is changing by a decent amount next turn. So that would be fine. We're going to get another point of immigrants, though, in here, so that's going to go down 1 more at the very least. So I do need to upgrade to the Latin Cathedral, I think would be the most efficient way to do that once I can get that. It's going to be a while before I bother getting those, though. I think we're having a bad winter here, so I don't think that we can do anything about this one. Yeah, that's my Swiss Scholar from bad conditions. I mean, this place is not too productive, but it's not that bad either. We're getting 1,841 from it. Like, these places are actually pretty productive for me. I kind of want to break this down, actually, and replace it with a sewer system, but we'll sort of ignore that. We can get this here. We're going to lose 25 food here, and then another 10 here, so 35. So we'll still have 10 in Britannia Superior. Caledonia, Hibernia. We've got 20 here. This is going to be actually really slim. That's going to be really, really close. So we could get the fishing wharf here. That might be our best bet. And we do have the ability to handle a squalor, because like this province has our squalor tank, so it's going to be fine. We could also upgrade our logging camp if we want to start going industry here. That might be relatively okay. Ooh, and we have latrines here, so we're going to upgrade that to Cloaca. Carthage down here. Like, Carthage has tons of food, tons of markets and stuff like that that's earning us tons of cash, so we want to leave this thing sort of as is, or we want to upgrade the trade jetties. But I don't think we can handle the trade jetty upgrades just yet. Especially, I don't know if we can handle that much squalor in the capital. Yeah, we need a little bit more sanitation, so we'll have to wait for another growth. Ooh, that's going to be a long way off. Alright, well, yeah, that's going to be fine as it is. Dacia is actually happy now, but that's because of the armies that we got stationed there. They're going to drop by 10, 20, 30. Okay, so we actually do need an upgrade to the cattle herd here. So let's go ahead and get that. As soon as I can get this going, we'll be able to pop in another farm, which we need badly here. And we also need the salt here. Actually, the salt we could get earlier. I could actually ignore this province for a little while, because we've got garrisons here, strong garrisons. So that works out okay. Over here we've got plenty of food surplus. We'll only drop 15, I think, so that's fine. Frisia, which is cold, I'm imagining. It's going to drop 30. Yeah, it's going to drop 30. Not too bad. They'll still have tons and tons of food, so that's pretty okay. Got lots of churches here, but they're actually also really, really happy, so this place is good. Yeah, this place is really good, actually. Okay. Galacia. This place needs growth. Getting Cloaca would have been good here, but we'll be able to start a Cloaca next turn. Yeah, we can start working towards that next turn. Decent happiness, they'll go down by 15. Yeah, so they'll still have lots of food here. 20 food is enough. Okay. Germania. This is such a long process. Okay, this place is going to drop by 20 and is going to have 5 left, which is really slim. Especially because I do want to upgrade the bathhouses here. So we'll start working potentially on the Belnay here. And then next turn I have to remember Germania. Okay, so Germania is important. This place over here, we've got 87 food surplus. That's lots and lots of food surplus. So we can go ahead and get the fountain here. And insulate Occidentalis. We got another slot here for building. This is only a 4 slot. I kind of want to get this one first for the trade boost from the market. So we're going to leave that, I think, as is. They've got 120 food. They're going to drop by 30. Italy, they're fine, it looks like. Yeah, Italy's fine. Liguria, 65, they'll drop by 30. These guys will only drop by 10, so they'll have 20. Lusitania. Alright, so they're going to drop by a weird amount, actually, because we got regular fields here. Yeah, so they'll drop by 823, so that's fine, actually. That's okay. I think we're actually okay on food right now, everywhere. Another 20 drop here, that's fine. Like, it's always so much crap to sort of sift through when you're playing this game to try and figure out what you can get away with and what you can't. Like here, I feel almost like I can... Oh, we do have this set up like this. Let's get a trade jetty here. We've got lots of food there, and we got just enough happiness. We could put a church here, which would help out a little bit, or we could just upgrade this one maybe. Let's get the Latin Basilica there. It's not too much more expensive. It is a lot more expensive, but it's not too much more expensive. Like, we can handle a lot of expense right now. Alright, so that'll do. We'll just have to remember Germania next turn, and then we have to check out a few more provinces in terms of food. We can also send this army up to Apulum, I believe, instead of having them here. And this will just bring up the happiness faster, and they'll recover their troops really quickly because they're garrisoned in a city anyhow. So this will help bring up the morale of this province faster. Okay, where are the Huns going to come from is my question. So we've even got like a sort of garrison here at Bedorgas. I kind of want to actually really upgrade Bedorgas really quickly so that I can get the walled city. Oh, we got another guy with a level here. Governor, okay. These would be pretty good because we're building stuff still, but let's go towards Vera Lustris. Just stats is fine, I think. He's getting kind of old, so it will offset the fact that he's going old and senile and stuff like that. I feel like the Eastern Romans are getting rolled a little bit here. But our main concern right now is just getting ready to throw back the Huns once 420 rolls around, killing Attila the Hun, and just trying to basically hold on to our empire until that happens. Like, there's nothing happening in most of our borders, but we could end up in a war in Egypt, which would really suck if the Lakhmids roll over the Eastern Romans too hard. Like, they've got a good amount of troops here down now, so the Eastern Romans are probably going to be fine, actually, but you never know with this AI. Alright, let's alright, let's check to see what the Huns are up to. I would like to take Egypt and Alexandria and stuff like that, but I don't want to do it until after the Huns are defeated. And only if the Eastern Romans lose Alexandria to the Lakhmids. It's a really good city to have, though. It's very, very profitable. Lots of good culture. It's a holy see as well, so... Alright, so we got those Huns. We can now see them there.
We would be suitably grateful if you could address an attack on these people. It is a small
1,000
matter.
is not actually a lot here. We're going to reject the offer. I don't think that our goodwill towards the Eastern Romans is going to go down based on that. Flavius Stilicho is so old. I'm going to need a new emperor pretty soon. You've got 2 Hun stacks near our borders. That's quite a lot of Huns. Like, 1 full Hun stack is more than enough to defeat 1 Roman stack, just because their units are higher quality, higher elite levels sort of thing. Makes it really hard to beat them. Like, I could upgrade my troops another level, but the upgrade costs become ridiculously large as I keep going. Bithynians are still at war with them. Oh, someone died. Old age, I'm guessing, I hope. Alright, so I want new blood here. So we're going to go ahead and get someone new. It's pretty expensive here. Natural causes, yeah. Pannonia. A worthy bride? You're 64. Oh, he's also 64. Okay, you know what, you guys, enjoy yourselves. You guys are so freaking old that, you know, you might as well enjoy the last few moments of your lives. Holy crap. Alright. We can give a mass upgrade, I think, over here, but we'll see what we need to do with our money. Germania, first thing we're going to do. Alright, there we go. And we needed food in this region pretty badly, because once this upgrades, we're going to have some problems. We got enough happiness to handle both of those, that's fine. We could even probably get, like, Gem Cutter, potentially. Because it's more squalor than it is public disorder. All it does is give us more trade resources, though, and our trade routes outward are dwindling because there's no one to trade to, because everyone's dying. So, we'll leave that be. How far did we get to while we were upgrading last turn, rather? I think we were... No, so we must have got to there at the very least. We must have done that one. Narbo? Did we get to Narbo? Probably not. Okay, so we got sewers here, so we can get the Volca here. Get that upgrade, which is gonna, again, be for that growth. You can get ridiculously fast growth in this game if you're focusing on cloacas and stuff like that, but I don't like doing it first, just because it's so hard to keep your country running if you're doing that. Okay, so this place is having some morale problems. They got 50 food income, this is upgrading, right, okay, and this is upgrading. That'll be 4 extra control. I mean, does this place have religious problems or something? Slightly. They'll be at -1 after that. Alright, that'll have to do for the time being. Sahara, they're doing fine in every sort of respect there. Pretty happy with this. We could honestly switch this over to get the growth, but there's only 1 tile left, so... Oh yeah, and we almost have it too. Alright, this place is doing well. Got tons of fishing jetties is why this place is doing well. Taraco, 35, they're going to drop by 10 and 5, so 15 is all they're going to drop by. Honestly, I could do with a little bit more of agriculture here, because what they have for food is not actually that great as I upgrade other buildings here. Although I'm probably going to get the upgraded wine emporium, and that doesn't really cost any food or anything, so I guess I don't need much more food. Yeah, okay, so this is okay, I guess. Tripolitania. I could honestly just upgrade this to a sheep flock just because it's more money. Might be a good idea. Could even destroy this actually and change it towards industry, since it looks like we gain bonus from industry. So let's go ahead and do that. Fishing, fishing, fishing. I don't even know if I need all fishing jetties in Leptis Magna, so it might be a good idea to destroy one of those buildings as well. Change it over to trade port. How much are we getting from each of these? 50. Okay, that's actually quite a lot. Alright, well, we'll leave this as is for now. Or how much happiness? We only got +3 happiness. We'll upgrade the Latin Basilica as well there. And once that upgrades, we'll see how things are going here. Trade port upgrading in Venezia. That's fine. They're barely going to be happy, but they'll still be pretty happy. Okay, I think that's about all we can really do for them. I mean, we could upgrade this. That's another 1 point public order. Makes up for the fact that we're dropping like 2 here, I think, or 3 there, something like that. Quite a bit. Okay, well, it's another 200 a turn in upkeep. It's pretty expensive. Alright, so it's about all we can do, it looks like. These guys still recruiting. We got quite a bit of cash left over for upgrades, so let's go ahead and get those. Boom. So anything that passes through here, we can just sort of upgrade. It'll get these silver upgrades and be a lot stronger. I think we also upgraded the stuff over here, but I don't want to walk them backwards just for that right now. Alright, so we got the Huns over here. Looks like they can pretty easily make it over Petrodava. Not sure about the pathing that they have to take. It looks like they can just come through this pass here and that pass up there maybe. These guys similarly, these guys can't quite make it, but they might be able to make it within reinforcement range.
Ready for battle.
So I do think I would rather fight them on open field with the fortify stance. So we're going to move them over here and pop fortified
Get
stance.
the fortifications ready.
Then we want to move these guys over to here so that they can reinforce. So I've got 3 armies against their 2 armies, or if they bring in more, then we'll have more. And we'll also want to fortify these guys just in case they decide to bypass. Oh, right, we can't yet. So I don't think they can make it to this army. I think they'll hit this one first and not be able to make it past them to these guys, so that should be okay. We got decent morale here. Plus 5 here. It's going to be a while, but I need slots here to combat this unhappiness. Part of the problem is, like, we just have a lot of religious differences there. That's adding quite a bit, but we could untax this province because we're not really getting any money here. That helps out a bit. Only 4 points, but it's going to help once this becomes even worse because we're going to have negative food here, if I recall correctly. Not ideal, but it is, I think, what we're going to have. Like, we got these fortified towns, so if we do have rebellions here, they're not going to be able to do anything. This, the garrisons in these places is actually quite large. Well, I guess the rebels could eventually get to the point where they'd overwhelm it. The cavalry stables here as well provides a bit of garrison. We might be okay. Alright. So, what else can we do here? I don't know, we could try pushing forward even. See what provinces are here. Now, I forget where exactly the Huns spawn, but I think it's around here somewhere. So pushing forward a little bit further might be a good idea. Like, this province would give us huge amounts of vision around it, but would be otherwise pretty hard to defend.
Ready for battle.
I don't know, let's spend a little bit of our movement to get some vision here. I could use an agent for this, but...
Make haste, men.
Alright, so got my allies over there. That's good. Can move all the way down to here without... and still be able to fortify stance. Alright, let's try it.
Advance.
So...
Is that all?
Going to set this army up in
You may as
fortified
well
stance,
get
and we're going to
comfy,
reinforce with these other armies. And what we're going to do is get this town under our control. And then we're going to use it as a sort of forward base, just as a
Waiting for
purely
orders.
military sort of area to see what's going on.
Get to work.
And can we get there? Yeah, we can.
At
Okay.
once.
Got our allies here in fortified stance, so this would be a
You
really
have further
reckless
orders?
knot for the Huns to attack while we're establishing ourselves. Petrodava here. Can we afford to upgrade the town here? Yep, we can. Making this a full garrison town just might be a good idea, because I don't think it would be easy for me to expand further eastward from here. So just upgrading Petrodava to be as fortified as possible would be a good idea, especially because they've got the crappy town arrangement here. Getting it from the crappy town arrangement to the walled town arrangement would be good here, although I think that's still pretty crappy. Unassigned skill. Alright, who are you? An admiral? Okay. Actually, let's go along that route. And we got those archers recruited, so we can go ahead and start bringing these guys around to here. And get them up to this area around Constantinople there. Possibly fight some of the guys that are around there too. Okay.
Ready for orders.
Let's upgrade some of you guys maybe. No, we'll just do a mass upgrade next turn, I guess. It's a little bit easier on me. Alright, so we got two gigantic murder blobs, basically. Is this Allen's, I think, though? Who is this? Allen's, yeah. We're at war with those guys, I think, aren't we? No, we decided not to join that war. Okay. I wonder if we could convince them to join the war against the Huns.
You have the ear of my people. Do not waste words. We are worthy of better.
Nope. Alright. What about, wonder if we could extract any money out of these guys.
I am sure you have many pleasantries for me, but please, don't bother. Talk of meat, not honey.
Alright, so I didn't think they would be willing to give us any money, but maybe Burgundians would be.
We will talk and then we will feast until our guts...
Alright. Extracting tribute.
Welcome, worthy guest. I trust you bring words that will... You will find me a willing and attentive audience for your speech. Give time...
This is such a useful thing to do from time to time.
Please accept as a most humble audience for you.
Alright, there we go. Macedonia, you guys
Welcome, and let us be
basically my
honored by your
puppet, so
attendance and your...
It's not like you're allowed to say no to that, but...
Welcome, friend. Welcome. I...
Good and noble friend. What an honor you do us.
Alright. Sucked tribute out of just about
Sit,
everybody.
friend, and let us talk. And
Alright, thanks for all the tribute. That's brought us up to 4,903. Should be enough to actually upgrade that army all at once now.
Ready for battle.
There we go. Alright. Should we hit end turn? I think we should hit end turn. See how things go. I'm also wondering, like, if I should upgrade my units any further, because, like, the upkeep costs go so sky high on Roman units once you get to the higher elite units, but at the same time, like, their stats don't improve by very much, but you need every little advantage that you can get to continue beating the Huns with their elite troops. So it gets kind of awkward. Eastern Romans, like so many other units, are suffering attrition from starvation or something like that. I'm not sure which it is, but I think it's starvation. Not sure what the hell they're doing. Alright, Huns, you guys ready to attack me or something? Nope, they've backed off. Oh, nope, they didn't. Shit. Where'd they come from?
We would be suitably grateful if you could address an attack.
No, because those guys are a trade partner of mine. It'd be hard for them to make up for the trade income that I would lose from that. Okay, so this is really bad. I don't know how they slipped over there, but... if I got this area and got the vision from there, I would have had an opportunity to see this. But we have got like 2 or 3 armies in Pannonia that are ready to attack them, so... and they're not really doing anything other than bolstering up the happiness in the region, so it's not like I really have to worry about it. So if I tax-free that region, it should be pretty easy. Alright, Eastern Romans are having some trouble figuring out where their troops are supposed to go. Rhegion I really should attack at some point. Part of the reason that I'm not attacking them is, like, I can't take the capital there, and I don't feel like I can get a whole lot out of this place. Alright, looks like we've lost a couple of our governors. Looks like we lost all our governors. Great. Okay, we want to do the family ones first. So, who can get office? You can get a low office, fine. Master of Horse, that's fine. Spring Commander, that's fine. He's not allowed office because he's the Emperor. Practice access? No, you can't do anything. Alright. Looks like that's the best we can manage. I wonder if I can adopt anybody at this point in time. Because I kind of would like to be able to. Okay, I could promote this guy to office, but I could potentially also... Ooh, this guy can go up in Master of Offices. Alright, let's do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we can fill all these office positions. Yeah, I think this is the best we're going to be able to do with family members, and we do need to adopt some more. Alright, you can be in a military account as well. Larius? No, no. Wait. Okay, never mind. Alright, so at least we'll have all of the military master soldiers filled in. Because this really does screw with our upkeep costs. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna have an empty spot there. Alright.
Ready for orders.
Huns up here. Where can you get to? Not really anywhere, looks like, actually.
Ready for battle.
Alright, so what can I get here? Do you gain a level? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. What kind of army is this? This is the half, this is the partly damaged Hun stack. Okay. Still want to move fairly cautiously. We're going to move up to here and then garrison. And they're still pretty happy over there, so that's fine. So we can fortify stance there, and next turn we can either get to them. They can't take Pulum very quickly because it's a walled city, so that's fine. Okay, that's the main sort of thing we had to worry ourselves with there. Wow, we got tons of negative food here. Let's go ahead and pop into this place and untax them. That removes the food portion of that, but looks like we're still having some trouble in terms of morale here. So this is going to cause like a rebellion pretty quickly because of the Huns. Let's upgrade that. Let's upgrade this. Let's upgrade this. Like the morale drop from the Huns being here I think is pretty massive. Yeah, rating is -12, and food is -15. Thought that the untaxing them removed the food burden, but apparently not. Let's go ahead and check out our provinces here. Can we start squeezing a little extra money out of any of these places yet? This place isn't really happy enough yet. I feel like I would really like an extra building here, like just a church or something like that to improve the happiness here a little bit more. Our Latin Christianity is pretty much 88%. This is pretty much the best it's going to get without any upgrades. Aquitania. I mean, we could upgrade the Jewel Smith. Public order penalty for that is huge, but can be worth it. I think we'll leave it as is because that puts us in negative, I believe. We can upgrade both the Vicus and the other one to Colonias, and that would help a tiny bit. It would only cost us like, what, 20 food total? Give us 2 public order, a little bit of growth. Not sure if that's worth it right now. Let's leave that be. Okay, Baetica, this is a province that I should be focusing our income on a little bit. But doesn't look like I can do a whole lot for it either. Growth is nice, though. Alright, so we're at -1 happiness here now. We've got 40 food income. We can actually go ahead and upgrade this by one more point. Like, we're going to lose 30. Upgrading this from this to this is... Actually, that's a 20 drop. Shit. Alright, well, we're going to need another happiness building here at some point. Fortunately, we have got plus growth here as well, so when we get a church here or something like that, we can start upgrading food a little bit. Man, this is having to go through all of this in every turn. It's just crazy. We're okay there. I'm waiting for one of these slots so that we can get the faster upgrades. Alright, we've got a statue slot here that we can upgrade actually, so we can get this little monument. Pretty good upgrade. I love those monument upgrades because like they're a good public order bonus without having to cost any money, or cost any food, I mean. Carthago no good. This is like our breadbasket. This is where we're getting like the big mad cash. This is like -2 public order, which is pretty good, and we get so much extra money from that, so... Well, I guess this isn't actually like a huge number of trading ports. Alright, why don't we try and make Insulate Occidentalis like really, really profitable? Because I need another slot, right, okay. Once we get this going, we can get the Tabernae here and then upgrade that fully and so on and so forth. Plus our happiness here isn't great, it's only +1, so let's start working on that a little bit, I guess. Like, I could get the church here, but I'd rather get the... Well, nah, we'll wait until the next, because I don't need the church here yet. Food income here is really, really good, though. Fishing, trade, right? Good. Why don't we start upgrading some of the trade wharfs? Or one of the trade wharfs, rather. We'll have +2 from this, so we can handle -2 from this. Okay. That's a lot of our money there. Let's also go ahead and finish off recruiting units for these guys. These guys popped at exactly the wrong time, I guess. Alright. We'll send these guys back to here. We need a crossbow unit.
Ready for battle.
And what else do we really need here?
Ready for orders.
Oh yeah, I guess large onager.
We need good fighters.
Now that we can get those are going to be a good thing.
Fight with us.
Okay. Those large onagers aren't actually that useful though for me yet, are they? I needed the improved incendiaries, didn't I? Or no, we didn't. How did we get the explosive rounds? Because I don't think I've got those yet. Yeah, I don't actually remember how to get the explosive rounds. Maybe we already do have them? I hope so. Alright. Well, that's probably enough of that. I just realized, yeah, no, he would have to march to here, and then encircle it, and then he can't attack this turn, I don't think, unless he's got catapults and I'm just screwed, but... Alright. Let's see how this goes. This will probably be our last turn before we end the episode. I'm kind of going sloppy here, I think, actually. I'm really wondering where those Hun stacks all went off to. Okay, the Eastern Romans have had the Lacomids declare war on them. I'm getting into the war on the side of my ally. So I don't want to break my alliance with them. Although, like, the Eastern Roman Empire is dwindling fast, so... Alright, Huns, what are you up to? Are you just gonna raid there? They might just be raiding there, which would be really annoying, but... Nova Trajana Bastra. Did that Hun stack just go into the water? I think they did. Also, I think I've got something near Romulus or whatever. Romula or something like that. I wonder if they can get over the water very easily. Normally the water is like really, really hard to cross in this game. So it might take them a little while to actually get to any of my cities. But this does break up my formation that I've got there. Alright, Antians, I think, near me? That's fine. They're not at war with me or anything, so not too concerned about that or anything like that. Okay. Let's just take a look at where those Hun stacks went off to. Trait gained indolence. That's not good. Looks like we're gonna have to do this by decree. Hopefully we don't have to do all of these by decree. Man. This is brutal. Alright, well, whatever. Look at all those offices we had to secure. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's, why don't we actually see if we can get, Still Echo to adopt anybody. No, we can't afford it anymore. Well, maybe after we do this, we'll have somebody with some Imperium to spend. Getting a new heir actually is a really bad idea anyway, because it causes huge disloyalty problems. Alright, looks like we're not adopting Jack Diddley right now. We're gonna have to get into some fights, looks like. What happened to that Hun stack that was over here? I'm hoping that this means that these guys killed them. It honestly looks like they might have. Alright. Cavalry compound, infantry compound. Don't really care too much about that upgrade. Skirmisher compound, military court. This would get me the Corneti Signores, which are actually quite a decent step up, but they're way, way more expensive. Language of comradeship, security, experience for all recruits. I kind of need to also focus on my income a little bit more, because we're kind of getting... Like, we're seeing drops in our income because of the way we're building, so we'll go ahead and take taxes in kind. Okay, so I don't know what's going on over here, but... Oh, the Hun stack was actually just over here. I thought it was further south. So I thought they were south of these guys, but they're actually south of these three. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this over.
Let them cower like kennelled dogs.
It's always a promising thing for someone to say as you're about to colonize a place. So the nice thing about this is that it gives us a good broad view over towards this region. But let's go ahead and get that going. So, like, we can see these guys and they can reach the Apollos, which is unfortunate, but it does give us this vision out to this far, so.
Would that I were as swift as the angels.
Alright, so we'll get you guys over here in defensive stance.
Look to the defenses.
Alright, and we'll have these guys right behind them in defensive stance as well, so.
March.
This way they just can't bypass one of our garrisons to get the other one.
We hunger for battle.
Alright, so this place is going along pretty well. Let's upgrade that. Actually, no, it's not, because we're starting to run lower on money. This place is plus 14 happiness. This is clearly gone now. Yeah, my allies must have taken them out, which is really, really good. Okay. So I don't need this garrison here anymore, then. Could move them up here, or I could move them down here, or I could keep them approximately where they are, or I could move them even up north. For now, let's move them to about here. Approximately back where they were before, but this will give us the opportunity to potentially push up to here.
Is that all?
Ah, shit, I moved too far. Alright, well, they're SOL if something bad happens, so... Yeah, so this would be another part of the province, and then over there is the capital, so... I don't really want to take Arheimer yet, but we could think about definitely taking that later.
Ready for battle.
Alright, so this is pretty okay. How are we doing actually on armies? Like, are we at the maximum number of armies that we can have? 11 out of 12, right, because we did want one spare to be able to go to Africa if we needed to. I think that we're just about at cap on Imperium, not quite. I think one more tech and we'll be at cap on Imperium.
Ready for orders.
I don't need any armies immediately, so getting the 7, getting a shorter research time thing for that purpose would be kind of pointless. Sarmium, yeah, they're unhappy now.
I want hourly
Send them
patrols.
over to here. So this is like our idealized army, basically. I should actually start them back in Domavia and then push forward, I guess, but... this Hun stack is going to make it a little bit harder for me. Figure out what I want to do here, because I don't know how many people are around it. There's got to be more Hun stacks than that. Where are the Huns sort of based right now? What? Okay, so there's apparently like Huns in this river here.
Ready for orders. March until your feet bleed, then march some more.
Okay, this is not a walled city, so... But it is not a Roman-style city either, so I could definitely do
Ready for
okay.
orders. We hunger for battle.
Scipione, Sirmium, Severia. Right, so we have got armies in
Ready
all
for
3 of them, and
orders.
that is required for the happiness in this region. Which is ridiculous, but, you know. Okay, so I
Commander.
kind of want to move, like, this army over to Romula, just in case. But I should be able to get there before they do. Well, let's do it anyway, just in case. I can afford a little bit of unhappiness here. Alright, so that's fine. Can upgrade our weaponsmith, and this is even more unhappiness. It's like huge, huge amounts of unhappiness. But that is kind of what we've built ourselves into here. Armor smithing maximum and like weaponsmithing maximum just gives us such a huge boost with our troops.
Ready for battle.
Like, I'm not even sure 100% how much it improves it by, but it is quite a bit. I think it's increasing it by 4, which is like 10%, which is a pretty big boost. So, either way, I think we're going to call that an episode here. I think we've made some absolutely no real progress, honestly. Leopolis here is not too important. I just want to have it because it expands our vision out further. And this is actually a really good province for vision. This is a really good one for vision because it gives us this sort of wide view to see where these guys are approaching from. Whereas from here, it's kind of contracted. Well, Natrawa is actually not that bad, but like Sopianie, if you have vision from Sirmium, Sopianie, they can be like right up here and you'll never know, and then suddenly just huge swarms of Huns just end up around Sopianie and Sirmium, and you won't have seen them coming, whereas with Petrodava, it's not as much of a problem. Like, if they're here, they've got a lot of rivers, rough terrain to cross. Now, having taken up this as well, like, we can see them, they have to basically be here before they can cross in, and that's not, like, too far that they can travel from there, so... Anyway, yeah, that's going to be absolutely everything we can manage, I think, for today. I hope you found this episode enjoyable, and of course, as always, I hope to see you all next time.